You cannot get complacent because when you're complacent, your competition has the ultimate chance to overtake you. They're not taking their foot off the gas, but you are. You can't do that. Otherwise, you will fail. Today, we're going to be talking about getting complacent. Now, I find myself getting complacent a lot, especially in my workouts, because I just already see myself as having a pretty good physique. So I think, oh, I don't really need to work out right now. I've already worked out once this week, so I don't need to work out this muscle group again because it's already gotten destroyed, so I don't need to work it out again. But this concept of getting complacent really goes to show that progress is not linear and you need to actually keep going in order for it to stay linear and do new things, sacrifice more time to these goals in order for this progress to be linear. Otherwise, you will start to lose progress because you'll take your foot off the gas, you'll already be happy with where you are, and that's gonna really show that you are complacent. Now, sometimes I also skip some meditation sessions because I just don't feel like meditating right now. And then I completely forget it because I do it when I have taken a cold shower. But sometimes I don't shower because I'm just staying at home doing nothing. Yeah, very productive. So I'm not meditating at all during that. And then I'm skipping training. So sometimes you get complacent, and that's okay. You just need to realize that you've gotten complacent so that you can take your foot on the gas again. Now, what are the symptoms of being complacent? Well, are you happy where you are right now? Or do you feel like you still have some room for improvements? If you are happy right now with where you are probably complacent. You're probably not progressing in your work, progressing in your workouts, meditating for longer, reading for longer. You're probably very complacent because you're just happy with the progress that you've made right now. But that's a mistake. You should not be happy with where you are. You still have more improving to do. So don't be happy with where you are. Strive for more and then go and do that. Do you find yourself saying, "Oh, I I can't do more. This is as hard as I can work." That means you've gotten complacent. And that means that you've also run out of things to improve. Let's say that you're only working out and then you get a pretty good physique and then you say, "I can't work harder." Well, there are probably muscle groups that you can work harder, but you could also incorporate reading into your self improvement journey or more meditation. There are still more things that you can improve. You just haven't realized that there are things to improve. And that's why you say this, "Oh, this is as hard as I can go. I can't do more work than this." You need to find new things to improve. Now, an example of this in training actually is you progress on your lifts and then you get a pretty good physique and then you're happy with the way you are. And then you stop progressing on your lifts. This is why you see most guys who have lifted for 5 years, they've actually only gotten about 1 year of progression because they got happy with where they are, they stopped progressing on lifts, and that's why their bench hasn't gone up in the last 4 years. They took their foot off the gas. Is that what you want to do too? The concept of progressive overload applies to all aspects of life. You need to realize that. You need to sacrifice even more time each time that you make progress in any field. Now, you can put this into perspective of meditation. When you have successfully meditated for 10 minutes where you are completely focused, there are no hindrances in your environment or sounds or anything or thoughts. You're completely focused for those 10 minutes. Well, now it's time to bump it up to 15 minutes. You need to always be progressively overloading in all aspects. Otherwise, you'll get complacent and you'll start to think, "This is as hard as I can go." You need to always implement progressive overload in order to not be complacent. This is why people also fail their diets, because they diet down or diet up, and then they don't have a plan for when they have dieted down or dieted up. They get complacent and then they think, I'm happy where I am right now. I've changed for the better. Now I'm gonna fall right back into my old habits again because I already got what I wanted. Don't get complacent. Progressively overload. You still have more to do. You may have dieted down, but now it's time to actually maintain that physique that you've dieted down to. Make a new diet. Follow that one. Now, more questions that you can ask yourself whether or not you have gotten complacent. I'm gonna list some of these questions and then you can answer them. And if your answer is no to any of these questions, then I can probably say that you've gotten complacent. Do you still have a fear of your workout? Do you still have a fear of leg day? That once you've done your leg day, your legs are going to be completely smashed. You're not going to be able to walk again. Are you still actually able to walk after your leg days? Because if you are, you've gotten complacent. This whole meme of, oh, I can't move my fucking legs after a leg workout, they're not just memes. It's what you actually should be doing. If you're not actively holding on to that railing, walking up those stairs after a leg day, you haven't gone hard enough and you've gotten complacent. Realize this. Do you still dread that run you're going on? Do you still have a fear that you can't complete this run and that you have a fear that your lungs are going to completely collapse? Because if you're not, then you've gotten complacent. It's time to increase the time of which you're running or the distance that you're running. Are you still scared of making a mistake in your business? Because if you aren't, then you're not evolving that business enough. You've gotten complacent in that business and you're only making that amount of money each month. You're making the same amount each month. You're not progressing. It's time to progress. Don't take your foot off the gas. I can't repeat this enough. Your competition, the men that you're going up against, they're not taking their foot off the gas, but you are. That's a mistake. They're your competition. They're not slowing down. So you better not slow down as well. Because if you slow down, then they'll overtake you and you won't feel good after that. Don't take your foot off the gas. I hope this helped. Good luck and see you soon.